this week's programme, we look back at the quarter-finals of the Cashmans Bookmakers Irish Laurels from Cork, the final of the TRF 575 from Shelbourne Park, plus the semi-finals of the Northwest Oaks from Lifford. But first, it's racing from Harold's Cross.
Smile. We're at Harold's Cross once again for the final of the Droopy Stud and Donald Riley Auctioneers Puppy Derby. The red hot favourite is He Said So. He races from Trap 3, though he faces some very decent opposition. In one, we have Droopy's Brooklyn, bidding to complete a double for Ian Riley. He won it last year with Droopy's Cahill. In two, Cal's Tonic. A bitch hasn't won the final since 1989. On that occasion, it was Crossford Dana. And then we have Dairyland Bandit and Albino. Neither of them can be discounted, both very fast trackers. There are only 5 runners. Mandy's cheeky and non-runner due to injury. Let's join Michael for the lineup.
In one, Droopy's Brooklyn, owned by the KSS Syndicate, trained by Ian Riley, a son of Brookside Bear and Droopy's Ashling. This is a dog with very good early pace, can go up very strongly on the inside. Number 2, Cal's Tonic, owned by Michael Calvert, a daughter of Spiral Nikita and Tully Murray Tango. Lightly raced, but she has shown buckets of ability and ran a big race here in the semi-final. Number 3 is He Said So, owned by Jim Hennessy and trained by Timmy O'Donovan. This son of Top Honcho and You Said So is the strong favourite to win this €50,000 prize. Has won 10 of his 15 races, brilliant early pace. In 4, Dairyland Bandit, owned by Peter Cronin, a son of Top Honcho and Besh Babs. 2 wins from 6 from this dog, formerly known as Glensky Bandit, strong finisher. And in Trap 5 is Albino, owned by the 11-strong Kehoe Syndicate from Tralee, trained by Liam Dowling, a son of True Honcho and Ballymac Peppies. He's won 6 out of 15. He's a dog who goes up well and stays strongly. The 8th race, the final of the Droopy Stud and Donald Riley Auctioneer Puppy Derby. The favourite is number 3, He Said So, and he's out well. Going to a big bumping match, and number 5 now leads up. Albino on the outside, and number 1, Droopy's Brooklyn. Another bump in the corner, and number 1, Droopy's Brooklyn goes clear off the second bend with a lead of 2 lengths from number 4, Dairyland Bandit. Then 5, Albino, and 3, He Said So, down towards the third bend with number 1, Droopy's Brooklyn in front. 4 is challenging in second. That's Dairyland Bandit, and 5, Albino in third. But off the final bend is number 1, Droopy's Brooklyn. Could this be a double for Ian Riley? He won it last year. He's won it again. Droopy's Brooklyn the winner. Dairyland Bandit is second, and 5, Albino is third. The time 29:17. And confirming the result of the Puppy Derby final, the winner, number 1, Droopy's Brooklyn, owned by the KSS Syndicate, trained by Ian Riley, who also won it last year, of course. Second, number 4, Dairyland Bandit. Third, number 5, Albino. The time 29:17.
Well, this final was effectively decided in the opening yards, with number 1, Droopy's Brooklyn, coming out wide from 1, and number 3, He Said So, going in as soon as he hits the ground. And suddenly both dogs, oh yes, and number 2 is very badly balked, Cal's Tonic. Number 3, He Said So, comes out of it badly also. Then on the first corner, watch number 1 there, Droopy's Brooklyn, holding his inside line. 5, Albino is coming across. Number 4, Dairyland Bandit, very much the meat in the sandwich at this point. Something has to give here. Number 1, Droopy's Brooklyn, wasn't giving in. He held his position very, very well and bravely around that opening bend. But number 5, Albino, really took a mighty wallop at the stage. Number 4, Dairyland Bandit, also lost vital ground. And this really settled the race for number 1, Droopy's Brooklyn. He wasn't going to be beaten from there.
Well, Ian, second time in the trot. Well done.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Can't believe it.
How long have you had the dog with Ian?
I got him about 3-4 weeks before the Puppy Derby from Rob McNair in England. Dog come over in the immaculate condition. It's only a matter of bringing him here, really.
We came out of traps, he moved wide and made all the run for himself.
Yeah, he's a middle seed, really. He wants to be moved out and move out a little, you know, but it helped him tonight being in one. He's pushed the others out of the way, like, and went on and done the business.
And Brendan, you're an owner here from Kildare originally.
Yes, from Kildare, yes. Second time around again.
So that's fantastic. What are you going to do with him from here now?
We'll wait and see.
Okay, is he going to go back to England?
We'll wait and see.
Where'd you get him from, Brendan?
I bought it off this man here. This man here spotted him for me, and I bought him from there, and I syndicated him out to the boys here beside me.
It's a wonderful night. I was a bit lost for words for once in my life. I think it's probably a time for lots of thank yous. A lot of people have helped us along the way with this dog, and I'd just like to thank all of them. It's been a great night. Sponsors, everyone here has made us so welcome, and to win something like this is just a dream come true, so thanks very much.
Last Friday night was also his last night as assistant manager at Harold's Cross. He now moves down to Youghal to replace Brian Collins. Pat accepted a presentation from the new chief executive of Bordnagon, Aidan Tynan. No doubt everyone in the industry wishes Pat the best of luck with his new position in Youghal. And there's a familiar face back at the track. Billy Bell has joined the team at Harold's Cross as assistant racing manager.
Delighted to be back involved. Almost 3 months since I departed from Newbridge, and delighted to be back involved.
Are you finding any big changes between here and Newbridge?
Not radically. The game is much the same regardless of which track you go to, and all the staff are very professional and they all know exactly what they're doing. So, as I say, moving from one track to the other is not a huge change from the racing side of things.
You must know a lot of familiar faces around here.
Yeah, I gave 1 or 2 people a bit of a shock during the week when they arrived in here Monday and Tuesday night for weigh-in. They were kind of a bit surprised to see my face behind the desk, but yeah, I'd say I probably know 70-80% of the people that are racing here that would have raced between here and Newbridge, so a lot of familiar faces. Newbridge was very, very good. It was a good provincial track, but this is one of the major tracks in the country and is on a different scale.
Looking ahead to next week, and on Thursday at Galway there's a benefit meeting for the Holy Rosary College, which incorporates the semi-finals of the Heineken Cup. The 2004 Munster Puppy Cup gets underway at Clonmel, and on Friday at Youghal it's the semi-finals of the Diarmid Coffey Unraced, plus the Knockheave Star Southern Sprint, and the Newbridge Puppy Oaks gets underway at the Kildare Stadium. The final of TRF 575 took place at Shelbourne Park last Saturday evening with a total prize fund of €20,000, 10 of which was on offer to the winner.
In Trap 1 is Black Bravado, owned by David Tiernan, trained by Peter Tiernan, a son of Vintage Prince and Lady Ariana, a highly consistent performer. This fella perfectly housed in the inside lap. He's won 12 of his 57 races. Number 2 is Ronan's Delight, owned by Michael Ryan, trained by Tony Byrne, a son of Spiral Nikita and Score Duff Fairy, 10 wins from 42, a brilliant track record run here recently. Number 3, Beauty Expert, owned by Pat Dalton and trained by Eddie Wade, a daughter of Larkill Joe and Wise Beauty. Don't expect to see her early, but she'll be flying home. Number 4 is Liffin Willie, owned by the Germain Pollard Burke Syndicate, trained by Stephen Burke, a son of Larkill Joe and Derreen Minnie, a very strong runner. He'd prefer to be on the outside. Number 5, Satellite Flight, owned by Liam Marks and trained by Dolores Ruth, a son of Sonic Fight and Lazari. This is a very strong runner. He's been going extremely well in this competition, goes up well and stays. And in 6 we have Ancient Title, owned by Peter Brady, trained by Fraser Black, son of Johanstown Cash and Midas Blossom. He has really adapted to this distance. He loves the long run to the bend, and he's staying strongly. The favourite is number 6, Ancient Title. The hair behind the boxes, and away they go, and it's quite a level start, a bit of bunching in the middle. Number 1 on the far side, Black Bravado, away well. There goes number 6, Ancient Title. 2, Ronan's Delight, takes it up on the bend. It's number 2, Ronan's Delight in front. From 6, that's Ancient Title, who's challenging now in second. They're neck and neck down the far side. Number 2 on the inside, Ronan's Delight. On the outside, number 6, Ancient Title. There's little between it. Number 2, Ronan's Delight. There's a half-length advantage from 6, Ancient Title. Ancient came from behind him last week. Can he do the same tonight? It's doubtful as number 2, Ronan's Delight, leads to the line, and Ronan's Delight wins it from 6, Ancient Title in second, and 3, Beauty Expert flying as usual in third. The time, a new track record of 31:04. The result of the TRF 575, the winner, number 2, Ronan's Delight, owned by Michael Ryan and trained by Tony Byrne. Second, number 6, Ancient Title. Third, number 3, Beauty Expert. The time, 31:04.
He done well to come here last week and qualify for the final, and we knew if you came right tonight he would do the business, and he did for us.
When he got up to take that first bend, you must have been a happy man.
Once he got in front, we said, take a good one to pass him. It was a great race. To be honest, the doubt was behind him.
Going to the corner, I was a bit worried because there were so many going into the corner at the same time, and we got around clear, and I was roaring them home from there. The second, but the 6 dog ran a fantastic race.
It was a great battle.
Yeah, and I'd just like to say, well done, Tony. He's in Newbridge tonight, and we qualified for another final down there tonight, a puppy stake. So I'm delighted.
And where do we go now? What's the plan?
Well, a few weeks off, and maybe to Harold's Cross for the
Grand Prix.
For the 575.
Grand Prix there.
Well, let's enjoy the celebrations first. Well done.
Thanks very much, Michael.
Thank you.
Next Sunday at the Lifford track, the Friends of Lifford Hospital are running a gala fundraising night. Anne Clonmel hosts a benefit night in aid of the Moyne Rovers GAA Club and Munro Development Committee, with a total fund of €19,000. Gone, North West Oaks reached the semi-final stage at Lifford Stadium last Sunday night with a total prize fund of €24,000.
In one is Enos Honcho, trained by Ronnie McKeown, Sean McConnell and Dee Rush in Belfast. This a daughter of Top Honcho and Flagfield Teasy. She's won 7 of 18. In 2, Greg's Echo. This one, the red-hot favourite, trained by Jim Morrissey for Darren Morrissey and Anthony Rhodes in County Laois. This a daughter of Druppies Vieri and Greg's Ditto. She was 3rd in the Oaks not so long ago. In 3, Good Georgia, trained by John Ginger McGee for Larry O'Rourke, a daughter of Always Good and Lochbow Jenny, the outside of the field at 20-1. In 4, we have Angie Style, owned and trained by Angela Reid. This a daughter of Sonic Flight and Lemon Classy. She's won 4 of 13 starts, one of the fancied runners here. In 5, we have Teo Dreamer, trained by James Casey for the Black Rock Syndicate in Louth, a daughter of Mancunian Star and Dooley's Rose. This one won 9 from 25 starts. She's at 6-1. And finally in 6, we have Water Honcho, owned and trained by Alex Murray and Sean O'Neill in Antrim. This is the daughter of Top Honcho and Warren Swift, a 10-1 chance. She's the likely race runner of the field. The hare coming up behind the traps, the dogs all set. And away they go. The favourite stumbles. Number 1 though, Enos Honcho leads around the corner from trap number 5. That is Teo Dreamer. Now number 2, Greg's Echo gets a good run in second, but out front it's number 1, Enos Honcho. Number 2, Greg's Echo comes next. Now number 4, Angie Style making a forward move, but down into the 3rd bend it's still number 1, Enos Honcho. Number 2, Greg's Echo trying to close, as is number 4, Angie Style. Then comes number 3, Good George, but around the final bend it's number 1, Enos Honcho. Number 2, Greg's Echo trying to come back and are now up the home straight. Number 2, Greg's Echo on the far side hits the front. She goes on to win it. Second number 1, Enos Honcho, and 3rd number 4, Angie Style. And the results of the opening semi-final of the Bordenaghan Northwest Oaks: Trap 2, Greg's Echo the winner, 2nd number 1, Enos Honcho, and 3rd number 4, Angie Style, the winning time 28.96.
She missed a break tonight, which she normally doesn't do, and she got led to the bin and thought we were in trouble, but going down the back then she was placed handy, and I thought coming off the last she'd give it, she'd have a rattle. She came home strong last week, so she got up to win on the line, so nice to be in the final.
And we now go to the second semi-final. And the runners, one is Ashley Heights, trained by Liam Garrity in the north. This one owned by Paul Malone, a daughter of Queensberry Rules in Level Heights. She's won 3 of 12. She's a 10-1 chance. In 2, we have Ross Glass Lass, owned and trained by Patricia Crane in Down. This is a daughter of Larkill Joe and Glass Slipper, one of the fancy runners here. In 3 is the favourite, Inky's Dote, trained by Kevin McCreesh for D English. This is a daughter of Larkill Joe and Ballinclare Ash. She's won 15 from 31 starts. She's the 4-5 favourite. In 4 is Good Value, this strong running daughter of Druppies Vieri and Madam Allright, trained by Mal Thomas for Don Ryan. She's won 4 of 20, another one of the fancied runners. In 5, So I Don't Know, owned and trained by G Davies and Ballymooney. This is a daughter of Druppies Vieri and Windgap Star. She's the outsider of the field at 20-1. And finally in 6, we have Maze Liz, trained by William Aitchison for Anthony Heaney and Armagh, a daughter of Spire Nikita and Mon Shear. She's won 6 of 20 starts, a 10-1 chance. Well, the runners now in traps for this second semi-final. The hare now coming up behind the boxes. They're all set. And away they go. And first it shows number 3, Inky's Dote. She flew from traps, leads to the bend. Now number 2, Ross Glass Lass going second, but it's the favourite, Inky's Dote, at 4-5. This daughter of Larkill Joe leads down the far side from number 2, Ross Glass Lass. In 3rd, number 6, Maze Liz, but down into the 3rd bend it's still number 3, Inky's Dote. This strong running bitch leads by 2 lengths to number 2, Ross Glass Lass. Maze Liz trying to hang on in 3rd, but out front it's Inky's Dote. Going to turn up the home straight in front, up the home straight. It is indeed number 3, Inky's Dote, that goes on to win it in style. Second, number 2, Ross Glass Lass, close for 3rd, but number 6, Maze Liz, holds on. And the result of the second semi-final of the Bordenaghan Northwest Oaks: the winner number 3, Inky's Dote, second number 2, Ross Glass Lass, and 3rd, trap number 6, Maze Liz. The winning time is slick, 28.77.
Well, she came out well enough, and then she got the corner. And normally when she leads around the corner, she normally does win, but the second pitch put it up to her now in every way, you know. So the man said the line came quick enough for us at the finish, I suppose.
She's been on a winning streak though recently.
Yeah, that's 8 in a row. She's won now. So she won 3 in a row before that. Just before that in Harold's Cross, she won a wee competition. So she's been lucky to us anyway.
Well, the trap draw for the final of the Bordenaghan Northwest Oaks is made following the second semi. In 1, Maze Liz. In 2, Angie Style. In 3, Enos Honcho. 4 is Greg's Echo. In 5, Inky's Dote. And in trap 6 is Ross Glass Last. The final will be run on Friday, October 22nd, and Greg's Echo and Inky's Dote are likely to dominate the betting.
At the end of the evening, we spoke to General Manager at Lifford, Kim Samzone.
We've been trying to introduce hurdle racing here for a while now. It's going to be our 3rd event here. We did something over the Anglo-Irish weekend, and we also had a one-off event last weekend. And this is another competition that will be starting on the 5th of November with the final on the 12th. We're hoping for a good entry. We do know that the public here absolutely love it. It is something new in the north, but it is something we're hoping to get on a regular basis. Hopefully we'll have something every month. Well, we're hoping to attract dogs from a distance as well as local dogs. We have put on hurdling trials now for the local dogs to give them a chance to school their dogs over the hurdles. So it is something we're hoping to attract both near and far.
Cashmans bookmakers Irish Laurels continues to attract the crowds at Curraheen Park in Cork, where last Saturday night saw the quarter-finals of this year's Classic. The overall competition fund totals €70,000.
The opening quarter-final in the Cashmans Irish Laurels. In trap 1, you see the lad. In 2, the favourite Minola Farlow in as low as 5-4 in the betting. 3, Ballyquin House. In 4, Chinook Wind. 5 is Board of Light, the strong second favourite at 5-2. And trap 6, Oasis Rumble. The hair behind the traps, the break vital here. Minola's out well, a bit of a bump between himself and number 1, you see the lad, and Board of Light is slowly into stride. But Minola Farlow showing great early pace, going clear around the corner, 3 lengths in front. From 1, you see the lad in second. Board of Light now has made up good ground, gone into 3rd place down the far side. But Minola Farlow has flown here. He's 4-5 clear at the 3rd bend. 1, you see the lad second. Board of Light, number 5 is 3rd, and then number 3, Ballyquin House. But turning for home, it's Minola Farlow out clear and going on to win. This is impressive. Minola Farlow crosses the line, the winner from number 1, you see the lad in second, and Board of Light in 3rd. The result of the opening quarter-final, the winner, number 2, Minola Farlow, owned by Seamus McCluskey and trained by Seamus Graham. Second, number 1, you see the lad, and 3rd, number 5, Board of Light. The time a brilliant 28:15.
He came out well enough. One, there's a lot of early in it. One at early, and he had to come out to clear him, get a run at the bend. And 4 is a good early pace dog, Board of Light. They were saying there was a lot of them going to be moving in, but he's brilliant early, and he looked to be 1.5 lengths, 2 lengths clear at the bend, and stayed on well. You know, it's a hard little dog to beat when he traps, as he's in front. And 22 wins from 32 now, I think it is. So he's going well. He's going well.
The second quarter-final in trap 1, we have Rock Hill. In 2, Kilford Kilkenny. In 3, the favourite, Goblet of Fire, now a 5-4 on chance. Then in 4, Blonde Thunder. 5 is Broadacres McCoy, and 6, Farlow Pocket at 5-2, the second favourite. The hair coming up behind traps for this one. The favourite goes from trap 3, Goblet of Fire, and he's out quite well. Pierce stumbles slightly, and number 5 going up well, Broadacres McCoy. The favourite's in a bit of trouble going to the corner. Number 6 shoots across the outside, Farlow Pocket, and goes clear, and the favourite is out of it as number 6, Farlow Pocket, well clear down the far side from 1, Rock Hill in second. Number 5, Broadacres McCoy, challenging on the outside for 3rd place on the 3rd bend, but way out clear here is Farlow Pocket. Last year's English Derby finalist is way out clear, turning for home, coming up to win very, very easily. Number 6, Farlow Pocket, 1 is second, Rock Hill, and 5, Broadacres McCoy in 3rd. So the result of the second heat, the winner, number 6, Farlow Pocket, owned by Albert Draper and trained by Stephen Burke. Second, number 1, Rock Hill, and 3rd, number 5, Broadacres McCoy. The time 28:40.
He's hanging in there. It was nip and tuck at the bend. Could have gone anyway. There was 4 of them in a line, and luckily enough he came out of it. Very good dog to run a bend at the first bend, and he's very gutsy. But now we're lucky tonight. Please God, we'll carry on.
The third quarter-final in trap 1, we have Slippery Bill. In 2, his little brother Nikita Billy. 3 is Terror Ted. 4 Allen Pirate, in 5 Rhine Crew Shergar, and 6 Civil Rights. We have 3 co-favourites, numbers 2, 3 and 4. The hare coming up behind Traps, away to go. Number 4 is fast out, that's Allen Pirate, leads up to the corner from 3 Tire Ted in second, then comes 1 Slippery Bill. Oh, a lot of trouble at the corner, and the whole complexion of the race changes, and now number 1 Slippery Bill is in front, from 2 Nikita Billy down the far side, then comes 5 Rhine Crew Shergar, followed by Civil Rights, but around the third bend, and number 1 Slippery Bill from Nikita Billy, last year's champion in second, but onto the final corner, Slippery Bill in front, now Nikita Billy, his little brother, challenging him up the straight, but number 1 Slippery Bill wins it from Nikita Billy in second, a 1-2 for trainer Mossy O'Connor. And the result of the third heat, the winner number 1 Slippery Bill, owned by Michael Donoghue and Jim Ormond, trained by Mossy O'Connor. Second, number 2 Nikita Billy, and third, number 5 Rhine Crew Shergar, the time 28:66.
He was in trap 1, he was well drawn in, and there was a bit of trouble at the bend, and he availed of it, and he ran well after, like he stays on well, and when he was in front there was no fear he was going to be caught, like, and we had the second dog as well then, so we got 2 dogs through, and we were delighted.
The last of the quarter-finals, and in trap 1 here we have Cave Court John. 2 is Barefoot Maestro, 3 Blonde Mac, in 4 Tourna Star, 5 Baron Lady, and 6 Chip Lad. The favourite is Blonde Mac, going from 3. Will he get away? Untidy enough start. And number 1 Cave Court John comes away fast and runs wide to the bend. Now number 6 Chip Lad showing big pace into the corner, forced wide on the bend, and it's number 1 Cave Court John leads into the far side. Tourna Star is putting in a challenge in second with number 6 Chip Lad in third, but it's number 1 Cave Court John by a few lengths and extending that advantage around the third bend. Number 1 Cave Court John from 4 Tourna Star, then 6 Chip Lad. The favourite is out of it, but number 1 Cave Court John coming to the line to win this one, and does it in style from number 4 Tourna Star in second. The result of the fourth heat, the winner number 1 Cave Court John, trained by Pat Buckley, second number 4 Tourna Star, and third number 6 Chip Lad, the time 28:37.
He ran well, had a little bladder problem for the last 2 weeks, trying to get him sorted out. I knew he was kind of right this week, he's coming right. I think he'll bring down the clock another bit with a bit of luck, and he's got his chances now in the last 12, so I hope for the best.
What are you hoping for the trap draw for the semi-finals?
Or 1, 2 or 3, it doesn't make any difference to this fella. He didn't actually fly out tonight, but he showed good early, and his health is well now, so I don't mind what trap he's in.
The Cashmans Irish Laurels reaches the semi-final stage next Saturday night, and no doubt about the favourite. It's Mineola Farlow, owned by Seamus McCloskey and trained by Seamus Graham. He's really running like a real star, and he's now a short prime favourite to lift the prize, €35,000.
In next week's programme, we head to Galway for the semi-finals of the Heineken Cup, plus all the action from the final of the Bordnagon Northwest Oaks from Lifford, and of course what promises to be a really exciting semi-finals of the Cashmans Bookmakers Irish Laurels from Cork.
For a complete fixtures list and more information, log on to the Irish Greyhound website at www.igb.ie.